unopened. Then I'm taking a strip of sandpaper and I'm using it to remove all the paint off the can. And after I've cleaned it up, it looks like this. We've exposed the aluminium under the paint, and we can now open up the can. For the experiment, I'm going to be using this drain unblocker. It's pretty nasty stuff, so I'm wearing rubber gloves. I poured some into this glass beaker, and I'm putting it on this plastic tray. Next, I threaded a skewer through the ring pull of the can, and I'm lowering it down into the drain cleaner. You can see straight away bubbles started forming around the can, and I topped it up a little to try and cover some more of the exposed aluminium. The idea is the drain unblocker should eat away at all the aluminium and dissolve it. Let's see what happens. It produces a lot of bubbles, and these are actually hydrogen gas bubbles, so I'm doing this somewhere safe outside with lots of ventilation. After about an hour, you can see the liquid has started turning dark brown. You might think that the Coke can has dissolved, leaving the Coke to pour into the drain cleaner. But let's take a look. As we lift it out, you can see the can has completely disappeared, but the drink is still inside and holding shape. There's actually a plastic coating inside of the soda can, which keeps the drink fresh and stops it tasting metallic. So we've completely dissolved the can and kept the plastic coating. Pretty cool, huh? If I tip the drink into a glass, you can see it a little better. It's really crazy. And it still keeps the shape of the can. I washed it off, and you can even refill it with water. The plastic feels very thin, but it's actually tough enough for me to play around with a little. Oh, and there we go. It's finally ripped. If we take a closer look, you can see how thin it is. It's almost like cling film. I decided to do the experiment again, but this time I only sanded down parts of the can. I wanted to see if the painted layer actually stops the can from dissolving. And this is what we got. You can see the paint did a great job. The bare aluminium dissolved, and the rest is still intact. A couple of years ago, I made a video where I abraded the surface of a can and added a small amount of gallium metal. After a couple of hours, the aluminium sort of absorbed the gallium and it became soft and almost stretchy. I could just tear it apart. Today, I'm repeating the experiment, but this time I'm using a full can to see what happens.